Greetings to Miss Kayatiri Kanan. My name is Catherine Gosinyi with student ID DEM 01222101. I'll be start present for our group presentations for criminology. Researchers note that during past several decades, the gender gap is decreasing. Now I'll be start for the introduction, what is gender gap? Gender gap means the difference between male and females as reflected in social, political, intellectual, culture, or economic attachment or attitudes. Why there is a gender gap? Persistent research finding in criminology is that men commit much more crime compared to women. Why does this happen? There's an argue that females have limited opportunities to commit crime. They, for example, are more dedicated to family and friends, have higher parental supervision, which make the high of family demands causes pressures on them and loss of friendship. Different with male with pressure commit much crime, but in the opposite ways, females are different. Instead of copying males to doing crime, they express it with their emotion to eliminate the stress. The emotional response females receive are fear, guilt, anxiety, or shame, which decrease their chance of committing crimes. In addition, females have a great amount of social support, which also led to lower rate of crime. The type of pressure that male and female experience can be understanding of why there's a gender gap, right? Anyway.
Thank you, Catherine, for the introduction. Hello, my name is Helena Entayang Anak Melingkong, and my student ID is DEM 01220013. Before my group members presented about the reason why the gender gap in crime is decreasing, I will present crime statistics between male and female first. The statistics also include overseas. Let me start the presentation on crime statistics between male and female. The criminal justice system in the country has also recorded an increase in female prisoners over the past 10 years. As a result of survey in several European countries, the number of crimes committed by men in the United Kingdom has recorded 3.8 times more than women in the past. As well, statistical reports in countries such as the Netherlands and Belgium that report almost 4.5 times, and in France it is 4.3 times double. The female crime rate in Germany now accounts for 24% of the total crime rate. The female crime rate in the United States account for 30% of the total crime rate. In 2021, female prisoners in United Kingdom prisons have shown a percentage of around 4.5%. The report in United States show from 195,140 people in 2005 to 197,100 people in 2010, and has increased even higher to 211,375 people in 2009. The number of women in prison in Australia has increased significantly, which is 2,228 in 2010. 2,876 in 2015 and 3,302 people in 2021. Next country is Asian. China reported a very large increase from a total of 84,600 people in 2010 to 145,000 people in 2018. In Malaysia, criminal cases involving women recorded 39% of the sentence to date for being involved in serious crimes compared to 86% of men. Based on data reported by the Malaysian Prison Department 2021, the number of female prisoners in 2015 was 3,286 and increased to 3,706 in 2016 and increased further to 3,718 in 2017. That's all from me. I would like to welcome my friends to the next presentation.
A very good morning to Miss Gayatri. My name is Sasmita Priya Annapurban Sivakumar. My ID number DM0122117. Today I will be presenting about the rates of crime or gender gap in offending has narrowed. My point is about studying gender crime and delinquency methods. Line of inquiry into the gender variation in criminal behaviors makes use of data at the individual level and suggests social psychological causes. And so on, the gender gap in law violation has been the subject of individuals level study that has concentrated on the social psychological factors such as family, processes, belief, and attitude that contribute to it. In addition, determining the scope of women's crime may be particularly challenging. As a result, women are more likely to commit crime that go unreported. It is also believed that women's crime is influenced by gender-specific norms. Next, I'm going to talk about the statistics of crime between male and female. According to the statistics, male commits more crime, as we can see in the graph. For example, theft from shops, 26% of male has committed a crime and 19% of female has committed this crime. Next is fraud by false representation. 32% of male and 14% of female has committed this crime. There's 3 more crimes in the graph, and all these 3 males are at the highest percentage of committing this crime than female does. Lastly, I will talk about the drug addicts statistics. Furthermore, the breakdown of drug addicts in Malaysia from 2013 to 2020 by gender. As we can see, male has the highest number of involving in drugs than female. There is an increase from 2013 to 2016 for male drug addicts and a decreasing of number in 2020. Like you can see in the graph, female has a lowest number of involving in drug addicts from the year 2013 until the year 2020. Like I said from a previous slide, crimes committed by female are more likely to be unreported. That is why crimes committed by male are more higher than female committing crimes. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Greetings to all. My name is Lao Chi Sing. My ID student is DM0122023. As may you know, today I would like to discuss our assignment topic. Today, I'm here to talk to you about the reason why the gender gap in crime is decreasing. To make it as understandable as possible, I divide my presentation into few parts. In the first part, I will concentrate on women are more likely than men to commit violence crime. Why do I say things like that? Because even allowing for this possibility, that many crimes in which a woman commits violence go unreported. Such a disparity cannot be ignored. That is why women's and men crime rate has converged and the gender gap in offending has narrowed. The second part will be about the reason why women are more likely than men to commit violence crime. There are more cases of family disruption in communities where there are more women than men. First, a lack of a stable family environment contributes to a culture of crime and violence. Men commit more violence crime than women, such as homicide and aggravated assault, but women are more likely to commit non-violence crime, such as prostitution. Now, let's move to the last part about the decreasing gender gap. In this section, I will explain why the gender gap in crime is decreasing. It is due to changes in women's behavior. Other reasons are also included in my slides. Now, I will put it all together. First, family background. Like serious family problem can serve as a catalyst for criminal activity among family members. They had a difficult life. This is because why women are frequently oppressed at a young age by young people, because them to experience life stress and making them vulnerable to criminal activity. Their own parents who are involved in criminal activity such as drug addiction, their children to engage in criminal activity as they grow older. The last reason of property, which is causing women's propensity to engage in self-prostitution in order to earn money and live affluently. I also had put the reason, which is inequality and injustice against women and education, in my slide. I hope that my members of group will explain it in their slide. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi Miss, my name is Ken Kylie with ID student DM01222103. So today I'm gonna present why the gender gap in crime is decreasing. One of the factors in reducing the gender gap in crime is poverty. Poverty is found to be a factor that causes women to commit various types of criminal activity. The identified poverty factors are based on the lack of sufficient income and employment that cause those women to fail to meet their living needs, have a conducive settlement, and have no property ownership. This financial crisis experienced by a person will likely force the individual to catch up in criminal activity that can indirectly harm themselves. Second is gender inequality and injustice. In some countries, women are often considered as a second-class gender at the point women do not have the opportunity to have a good education. In addition, there are a view about women's ability that are considered not to have the same status as a man, thus causing women to be more vulnerable to becoming victims in crimes. The gender gap in the economy and education is the trigger for women involvement in crime. This causes limited employment among women, low wages, and so on.
Hi, good morning to Miss. My name is Hee Yin Yin. My ID number is DEM01222083. Today, I would like to present about the ideas that women's emancipation would lead to increased offending among women and thus to a decrease in the gender's gap is nothing new. For example, in his classic work on criminology, assume that as the social roles of men and women converge, so women's crime level would rise and gradually catch up with those men. Women's crime increase, but to begin with at a slower rate than men's. Then the proportion of women increase. Those who maintain that the gender's gap declined as a result of change in women's behavior, rather than men's. The idea here is that the control exercised by the family has traditionally been focused on monitoring young girls and not least their sexual behavior. A decline in informal control provides girls with more opportunities to also engage in crime. increased effort to combat violence in public place, both bias, focused policing strategy direct at hotspot and more general measure to reduce binge drinking can similarly be assumed to primarily have an effect on the crime level of men. Social bonds associated with such a change in men's life pattern. Then, women commit crime being same level with men because of hitting someone outside of the house, maliciously setting fire to a house, building, or car, forcefully snatching someone's purse or wallet. They involve into a gang fight. They intentionally kill or scare someone by using their weapons such as knife, gun, and by kicking them. They also involve into drug trafficking activities. That's it from me. Thank you.
Again, my name is Catherine Gosingi with student ID DEM01222101. Caretakers receive leniency become one of the reasons why the gender gap are decreasing. Court officials typically think of women as primary caretakers is critical because it shapes court outcome for defendants. Judges are uncomfortable giving lengthy prison sentences to mothers due to their presumed caretaking responsibilities. Judges did say that mothers usually receive shorter sentences because jailing mothers with kids is a bigger deal given their responsibilities. Occasionally, a woman will get arrested and have small children. If they have small children they are taking care of, that's going to be a very big deal to incarcerate that person. That really would make everyone about looking up the person up if they are the primary caretaker of the children. Women with young children get a break due to logistical challenges of jailing primary caretakers or due to other factors that shape judicial perception of motherhood, which causes those women like to use these opportunities to do crime because they can take a break.
In conclusion, men and women commit crimes for various reasons, with self-control being significant for men but not for women. Speculating that constraints placed on females and that accompany their lives contribute to reduced potential for crime, it is suggested that women are less likely to be exposed to opportunities for illegal action. That's all for our slides presentation. Thank you.